my name is Tawess, and today we are painting this. This is a blackjack, and I recently found that pot of Mephiston red. I was like, fall has come and pretty much gone. Red is a fall color. Let's paint it red. That was the entire thought process behind this. And since Mephiston red is a base color, you do not need to get fancy with priming it, because, well, it is enough. Just slap it down, which suited me perfectly. Also, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to turn out. I got a new phone which has a new fancy camera, and I'm using that to film this, so we see if we can actually get some decent shots of this. I don't know, we're still testing things out. But yeah, we primed the entire thing basically in red, because it's a base coat. You base coated it, it's base coated. Enjoy. And I usually don't use Games Workshop colors anymore, Citadel colors anymore, but sometimes I do. Now this here is a mix of some sepia and a Lone Oil from Games Workshop with some purple from the Army Painter line, giving it a nice dark but not brownish wash. What goes well with the red, because you want a little bit of purple in when you do ink reds, because otherwise they will be boring. And you slather that on the entire model. It does not. It's again, you don't need to be particularly careful here. It's just we're still in the base stage. Just slather it on, make sure the entire thing is coated, and dab away if you get any pooling anywhere. Because while we do thoroughly enjoy a good solid slathering the mech, we don't want coffee stains or pooling on places we don't want coffee stains or pooling. Sometimes you want that, most times you don't. So I mean, that is what it is. It is what we do. Now, we are heading back into painting mechs because, to be quite honest, I wasn't intending to paint the Karsakin team, but I haven't felt inspired. But this inspired me, so I did that instead. Now, with that layer dry, more or less, we go back to the Mephiston red and pick out all the panels and areas and, you know, the usual way we paint things, making sure to bring a bit of vibrancy back to the mech. Also, this is a chance you have to fix if you got too much wash in some places and it now look like gunky. I want a tractor look for this. A mech that is used, loved, but used. So we leave a bit of shading at some places, giving the idea of grime and dirt buildup. And there's again no set feature to do this. You have to do this by heart. You have to feel your way through this. If you had oils, you could use oils, and if you want to do oils, this is a great time to do that, because you can just rub away the things you don't want, and it stains a lot better than ink washes or acrylic washes. But it's also a hassle to work with, because you need mineral spirits or some other dilutant, and oil paints themselves take a long time to dry. So if you don't want to sit around, let's make it a 3-day project. Use the Games Workshop or Army Painter or whatever washes you like, because they dry a lot faster, like 10-15 minutes and you're done, as compared to like hours with oils. But oils are way better for this if you want a really grimy look, because they grime things up way more. But yeah, basically the inspiration is a Ferguson tractor, or a Volvo tractor in this case. Red, nice red with a bit of grime here and there. Not much to say about that. It's a nice look, I think. Now, we're going over this thoroughly now and make sure we have the core parts done. And the next up is basically painting the tiny things. In this case, applying a quick, it's not even an edge highlight, it's just more dusting along the edges. Just making sure it gives a bit of three-dimensionality to it. You can do this as much or little as you like. I usually say that this is one of the stages you don't really need if you don't want to. They add a bit more dimension to it, but not necessary. The paint and the wash should be enough. So yeah, with that done, we make sure to go over the legs and really put on a edge highlight now, because actually I like it. Again, we don't do it too heavily. This is just a shade above a dusting, but again it gives this sensation of things being worn down a bit and light hitting things. But again, you do as much or as little of this as you like. I have a dear friend who spends hours doing this, just painting tiny minute little lines here and there. It looks great. Not my style though. I prefer a more quick and dirty version. Basically, look at this as the not slap shop way of doing things, because this is basically slap shopping it but with paints. Quick, simple, not too engaged, just giving a quick little brush down, making sure things gets a little bit of an edge. Gives you an edge. Now, with that done, we move on to painting the silvers, and in this case we have a lot of jump jets we need to paint. I think the jump jets, they could also be outlets, but I think they're mainly jump jets, so we're gonna paint them silver. For this, I think I'm using lead belcher, but any silver will do. I prefer the darker ones for mechs, because the brighter ones are way too bright. These are not knights in shining armor unless you're painting them as knights in shining armor. For example, the Free World Leagues have a few of those around. They like that little aesthetic of purple, silver, gold, white. I should actually paint something up in those veins, like regal paladin-esque, but not for now. Now we just apply silver to the weapons and the outlets and make that be a day. Why? Well, because as I said, this is not a deep thought out process right now. I must basically just go with the flow. And it turns out pretty well actually. Of course, we need to take care of the cockpit, and I'm going to sheet with the cockpit. We are applying a white, fairly diluted but not runny, and on top of that I'm just going to add a layer of speed paint, the orange one, fire orange I think it's called. It looks good. I was first thinking about doing it in 2 layers, but no, the orange worked fine. I promise it's not because I took the orange over the yellow and accidentally applied that first. I promise that is not why I just did 1 layer. Okay, it is. I accidentally took the orange. I was going to do yellow and then add the orange, and I just took the orange, and well, that did not go particularly well. But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you make mistakes, sometimes you make happy little mistakes, sometimes they're unhappy little mistakes. It is what it is. But yeah, as noted, we just apply some fiery orange to this, and this is about where I realized I took the orange instead of yellow, and it's like, it is what it is. So yeah, mechtacular, isn't it? Wrapping things up with some nice solid amount of non-oil over all the metallic parts to make them less shiny and a bit more grimy. So yeah, we're back to paint the mechs for a while now. I'm going to paint up the kill team off screen. I'm probably going to do paint the Necron ones on camera, because I have a fun idea for those, but that is again for a later date. And we now have the date for the Kickstarter. It is in spring, so we don't need to worry about that right now, and the new date for the Alpha Strike box is in January, so we don't need to care about that one either. I was thinking about getting some Imperial Guards, but to be quite honest, I do not have that sort of money to put towards that box right now. It's soon Christmas. So yeah, mix it is for a while, and I hope you enjoy that ride. Now, we have come up on the end here. Soon, we're just going to get the beauty shot, the spinning thing, the twirly twirls. You can see this thing in all its glory. And if you like, subscribe. If you subscribe, hit the like. it's a thing. But here's the beauty shots, and until next time, stay safe, be kind, and do play fair. Bye.